Roblox released some updates that are just awful, Roblox needs to delete this crazy new item, and some more wild news today. So if you're new, please subscribe and let's get into it. And let's firstly start with some awful new Roblox updates. So as I'm sure you guys have heard over these past few months, Roblox's dynamic floor price system has been ruining Roblox, and because of that everything's becoming so expensive. If you guys somehow aren't aware of by now, dynamic floor prices kind of affect the entire market at this point, and basically what it means is that the minimum an item can cost is now fluctuating based on demand, which is why everything started to get so expensive, because Roblox just keeps raising the minimum over and over again, and it keeps fluctuating, getting higher and higher. And over these past few weeks and months, it's been like the worst it's ever been, you know? Items are up so much Robux, and items in general are so expensive, and people have been begging Roblox to delete the update, remove the update, or at least change it so it's not as severe. And what did Roblox do to this? And how did Roblox respond to all this criticism? They made it all worse. Blox News tweeted out saying that, starting today, dynamic price floors will expand to include bodies and heads on the Roblox marketplace. All published bodies and heads will automatically be priced, at least at the price floor. Prices are allowed to exceed the price floor. So yeah, everyone was hating on the dynamic floor prices, and Roblox's response was just making it on more items, causing those to now become more expensive. It's just awful. Literally everything on Roblox was already so expensive and getting even more expensive, and then Roblox comes along and just says, you know what, we're gonna make all these stuff expensive as well. Such a dumb move, and in general, this whole dynamic system is ruining Roblox and these Roblox prices because everything is so expensive now. Before, back in the day, you can honestly buy 80 Robux and get a pretty decent avatar, but now you're gonna have to spend 80 Robux on just one item, you know, because everything's that expensive. And like I mentioned, as we can see here, it's already affecting a bunch of items. A lot of heads and stuff are going from 60 Robux to 85 Robux, and a lot of stuff is just expensive nowadays, and more expensive because of these changes. And now basically the entire marketplace is affected by dynamic prices, causing everything to be fluctuating and probably gonna go up in price. And to have a look at all the prices, Roblox price floor updates tweeted out everything, kind of showing off. And as we can see, everything's so expensive now. Hat 85, hair 65, face 85, neck 50, shoulder 50, front 55, back 140, and then a bunch more. And then the newest ones, body and heads, are at 165 and 85. They are down 10 Robux, but that doesn't mean they're down overall because they're still up since the price floor, like the minimum, is so high, you know what I mean? And as you guys can see, just looking at this thing, the minimum something is nowadays is like 50 Robux, which is crazy. Items used to cost like 5 Robux or like 3 Robux for like a hair, you know? There was a bunch of good deals on Roblox that used to be fun, but now everything's like a minimum of 50 Robux. It's actually awful to see. Like for example, Roblox status showed like a perfect example where you said, I'll remind you that this bubblegum used to cost 15 Robux. And yeah, stuff like this used to cost 10 Robux, 15 Robux, and were super cheap, but since Roblox did the price for update, everything's minimum 50 and higher now. And it only seems to be getting worse because like I showed you guys, Roblox doubled down by making more stuff have, you know, the dynamic price floor. So I have no hope for the future, honestly, and I think Roblox is going to keep just doing this thing and becoming greedier and greedier. But it doesn't end here, because there's another feature that a lot of people think is also pretty bad. This one isn't as bad compared to the price floor thing, but I thought I'd mention it. So Maximum ADHD tweeted out saying, it looks like Roblox just killed off incremental asset IDs. When you upload an asset, you get a random integer instead. Goodbye, leakers. So yeah, this update is very interesting. If you guys aren't aware, whenever you make like a Roblox item and stuff like that, the ID is sequential. So if I upload an ID right now, let's say it's number 1, and then I upload another ID, it'll be number 2, you know? And it just keeps following like that pattern. And it's been like that on Roblox for a while. A lot of stuff on Roblox follow the same pattern, you know, usernames, stuff like that, accounts, whatever. But now, Roblox changed it from that to just being random. So leakers can't just, you know, keep checking the next asset IDs for leaked items. It's going to be completely random and kind of impossible to find. Now this update is kind of controversial, because obviously on one hand, a lot of people, developers, think this is very good. But then on the other hand, a lot of people argue leaking is an important part of Roblox, so then they think it's bad. But then also, there's kind of like a middle ground of people just thinking this is kind of useless and weird. It's an overall very interesting update, but let me know what you guys think about it. Do you guys think it's good? Do you guys think it's just kind of in the middle? Or do you guys think it's actually pretty bad for the platform? In my opinion, I don't think it's that bad. It's not even that huge of a change. And if it does prevent leaking like they say, that seems pretty fine. You know what I mean? I don't think it's the worst thing in the world, but I did see a lot of people complaining about this. But anyways, with that being said, let's go to the next story of a massive scam going on Roblox right now, and also all across YouTube. So like a couple of years ago, there's a bunch of AI scams going around on Roblox, and especially YouTube Shorts. YouTube Shorts especially seem to be the worst and the highest amount since they host a young audience, and they're easy to trick, you know what I mean? And back in the day, these AI scams were pretty bad. They weren't as insane, and I'm pretty sure after a little bit they all got shut down, like they stopped popping up, but they're back now, and they're back in an even worse way. As we can see here, ZAZC tweeted out saying, "Without AI, Kreek wouldn't help me get Robux fast," kind of joking about it, but as we can see in the video, they duplicate KreekCraft voice to AI, pretending to give people free Robux, and then it ends up just being a giant scam. Look at the video here.
Robux fast without spending a dime. Here's the secret. First, subscribe and like this video.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, obviously this is pretty not that believable. I have seen some other ones where it is actually kind of believable, and they use like KreekCraft's clips and like cut them up so it is actually his voice, so it makes it more believable. But then this one is just fully AI. So there's different variations of this, but they're all over YouTube Shorts right now. They spam upload these shorts on like a bunch of channels so it hits more people, and they use AI to replicate YouTubers' voices and like movements, and it's all just to scam people in a big fake Robux thing. Now obviously, like I said, most people won't fall for this. It doesn't sound that believable, but since YouTube Shorts, you know, has a bunch of kids on it, a lot of people do end up falling for the scam. It's a pretty big scam going around, and overall it's pretty insane to see. The fact people are using AI to replicate KreekCraft's voices and movements all to scam people is just wild. I feel like every year Roblox like scams just get crazier and crazier. Before it's just a typical like scam game or scam ad, you know, nothing crazy. And now it's developed into people using AI to replicate someone's voice and facial movements to scam people. It's super insane and a pretty insane scam going around right now. Just wild to see, to be honest. But with that being said, here in the next story of a Roblox update that they might finally be adding. That being genre sorting. Genre sorting on Roblox was a feature that everyone loved, and it was around for a little bit, but then they got rid of it, and there hasn't been much beyond that. There was like a short period of time where they were testing something, but for the most part, it hasn't existed, you know? But recently, there has been some genre stuff, and it seems like we're getting closer and closer back to genre sorting. So a few weeks ago, Blox News tweeted out saying that in an upcoming Roblox release, manually assigned genres will be temporarily removed under all experience, as they design an improved genre system. Some experiences may be auto-assigned a genre, while this new system is being worked on. So yeah, they're bringing back genre sorting, and they're kind of messing around with the whole genre system. And like I mentioned, this tweet was a few weeks ago, and the reason I'm talking about it is because just recently, Julian Roblox, who checks the Roblox files and been leaking a bunch of Roblox updates for a while now, tweeted out saying strings are now on the web. So as you can see, there is still progress being made towards this, and it seems like we're getting closer and closer every day. And hopefully soon in the future, coming soon, genre sorting will be back on Roblox in some sort of way. Now, even though this sounds good, I have seen a lot of people complaining and being kind of suspicious about this or on the fence about this, because back in the day it obviously worked fine, but with modern Roblox and just Roblox in general, how they release updates and do updates, a lot of people think it might not be as good as people think, and a lot of people also think it might just end up getting abused, you know? And a lot of games are going to try using this to their advantage to take over sections and stuff like that. But I guess we have to wait and see. And I'm very curious to see how it ends up working, you know what I mean? But anyways, with that being said, our last story of a Roblox item that Roblox should definitely delete. And it's this. So Rowan tweeted out saying, someone has created a Roblox avatar bundle named Anime Actress Girl, and it's on sale for 175 Robux. This bundle has some suggestive physics. Seems like moderation is still bad. Alright, and this is probably going to be one of the weirdest things I talk about in a while, but basically, someone uploaded like this anime girl body package, which off the bat isn't the worst thing. Like, it's just like a girl body, you know? There's nothing wrong about that. But then, I think in combination with the item or just the package itself, they added somehow interesting physics to it. I'm not going to explain the physics, but I'll show you the video on the screen and you can understand what I'm trying to say. You know, that's not normal for a Roblox package to have, and you can tell what the devs are trying to do, you know? You can tell their intentions behind all this, and a lot of Roblox packages and it seems items now are abusing this to make some super suspicious and some super weird items on the platform. Now, I am pretty sure that this item did get moderated, but this has been popping up like a lot over these past few weeks, so it probably will just come back. And since people discovered that this isn't even a thing in the first place, like this whole physics thing, a lot of people are probably going to apply it to their own items and stuff like that, which is pretty, you know, weird and awful. Now, obviously, these people could just be joking and stuff like that, but a lot of people do actually use these packages for disgusting stuff on the platform, you know? Like, that is actually a thing. It's pretty horrible and should definitely be fixed sometime soon. But anyways, with that being said, if you enjoyed, check this video to find out some more news, and I'll see you in the next one.